and dreams in life. Can I see your raise of hand? Oh, okay. Great. Who among you have dreams not yet achieved, or dreams that are still on the process? Great. It means I'm in the right place and with the right people. My fellow dreamers, a great afternoon to all of us. I reminisce as a child, I used to dream of traveling the world and becoming somebody, and even becoming rich and famous. You know what? I'm still working to achieve this seemingly elusive dream. Let me share with you what I've learned through my 31 years of dreaming, both asleep and awake. I discovered the balance and beauty of life. Albert Einstein once said, "Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." My ride was full of humps and bumps. Not always an easy one, but definitely a beautiful and meaningful one. I had a lot of difficulties and challenges, but looking back now, I see them as opportunities. My first opportunity was growing up as the eldest of the 7 children of my parents in the province. My parents were constantly struggling to provide for all of us. My mom is a teacher and my dad is a farmer, but this did not give us an advantage or an edge among our playmates. You see, we were trained at an early age to work hard in the fields, while we envy our classmates who are carefree and playing whole day in the grounds during weekends. Being the first child, I had more responsibilities at home and towards my siblings, so I did not have much time to play and to enjoy being a child. But this gave me the opportunity to develop my sense of responsibility and value hard work at an early age. There was always a struggle in the family, and my parents are even arguing in front of us, with my mom being the talker and my dad being the listener. Well, I guess there's a balance there, because if both of them had the same temperament, I could not imagine what would have happened. This gave me an idea and an ideal of what kind of family I'd like to have someday. I was so immersed in the drama and the series of problems in our family that I thought my life really is melodramatic, pang maalaala mo kaya. And that happiness was impossible. In my young mind, I used to think that we can only be happy if we are rich, and that all of our problems are solved. Luckily, I had another opportunity to enjoy my childhood in spite of all my difficulties through my best friend. Yes, my best friend. When life at home would become unbearable, I had her to comfort me, to listen to me, and to make me laugh after I cried. Just as I thought that life would now be easy, and at least the ride would be comfortable, my best friend was taken from me at the age of 12. That was the part of my life where I struggled and stumbled and nearly stopped in my ride. But I persisted after several years until I found my own balance. And most importantly, I found my faith in the one who has the power to keep the harmony of the universe. Sometimes we don't appreciate life, the lessons of life, or we don't see the opportunities as we are going through them, painful as they are. But as we look back to where we've been, we find the balance and beauty of life after all. Moving forward with my own ride after losing my best friend, I still encountered many challenges. But the strength I gained from standing on my own provided me or enabled me to overcome the difficulties I encountered later on. At 22, I had my first heartbreak when I was about to marry my first love. But luckily, I was led to my one true love. And it is with him that I've been riding for 7 years. And another balance of having 2 kids. 1 girl of 4 and 1 boy of 9 months. I used to think, or as a child, I used to dream of becoming a doctor of medicine so I can cure illnesses. But now I'm working to become a doctor of philosophy in language education, to have more opportunities to work with people to develop their minds and their communication. I'm still working with going back to my dreams of traveling the world and becoming rich and famous. I'm still working on them. But this time, in the light of the balance and beauty that I've discovered in my 31 years. Being famous? Yes, it may be possible. I know now that aspiring to be known by others, that before aspiring to be known by others, I had to know myself first. This led me to Toastmasters, so I could discover more of myself. Before traveling the world, I had first to be at home with who I am, and with what I am, and with what I have. Friends, throughout my 31 years, I discovered that what true wealth is. I continue to strive for harmony, but in the process, I've also learned to love and savor the beauty of life. Let me end with what one wise person has said about life. Life is about balance. Be kind, but don't let people abuse you. Trust, but don't be deceived. And most of all, be content, but never stop improving yourself. Thank you.